Good afternoon, I'm Kay Gregory and this is your midday news fix for Friday the 9th of August. The government is looking at importing resources to fill the gap for New Zealand's power concerns. The Electricity Authority and Commerce Commission are investigating whether major power companies are price gouging, with 4 mills now on the brink of closure due to spiking energy costs. Energy Minister Simeon says the government is urgently looking at importing liquefied natural gas.
But there's some pretty key decisions that need to be made. And we also need to think about what the impact that has on our domestic supply and also the electricity market. So some big decisions that the government's going to have to consider on that issue.
A youth organisation says many of the expectations laid out in Children's Minister Karen Chaw's latest directives to Oranga Tamariki should be happening anyway. Bluelights Rod Bell says the new performance measures, like quarterly reporting of youth offending rates and how frequently it visits children in care, are things it should be doing.
The outline measures are pretty basic in a way, and they should happen automatically. You would think we all want our kids to wake up healthy and safe and well, and none of them get hurt.
Meanwhile, the Chief Children's Commissioner is disappointed to see a whānau support group close as part of Oranga Tamariki budget cuts. Claire Ahmed says the service, Tākai, has been providing trusted support that's needed by frontline professionals. The responsibility will be in local councils' hands to manage the new approach to water services. Local Government Minister Simeon unveiled the funding structure for Water Done Well yesterday, letting council-controlled organisations borrow up to 500% of their operating revenue. Auckland Councillor Daniel Newman says it means councils won't need to raise rates as quickly to keep up their revenue-to-debt ratio. He says it's overall a much better system than Three Waters.
It will put real pressure back on councils in terms of ensuring appropriate governance of these water entities.
India's making moves in the Pacific, with President Draupadi Murmu meeting with Foreign Minister Winston Peters yesterday and meeting with Auckland's Indian community today. Phase 1 Ventures is attending today's event and says India's a growing world superpower and cultural force with plenty of trade potential. New analysis by conservative think tank the Maxim Institute shows New Zealand has one of the largest gaps in student achievement between poorer and wealthier students in the developed world. Researcher Marianne Spurdle says charter schools may help bridge that gap by giving educators more autonomy.
Instead of the Ministry of Education dictating the methods of teaching, they give the funds to charter schools. They say these are the outcomes we want. You determine, for your context, what's going to work best.
Christchurch's Electric Avenue Music Festival is expanding. It's announced it'll be a 2-day festival from next year, becoming Australasia's largest music festival. In sport, bad news for the Wellington Phoenix men, but great news for rivals Auckland FC. Former Phoenix goalkeeper Alex Paulson has been loaned out by his Premier League club AFC Bournemouth to the Auckland football side for their maiden A-League men's season. And Julian David hopes more people can get behind speed climbing after making his Olympic debut in Paris. I'm Kay Gregory, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.